Alright guys, I'm Stephen Pot 42, just a quick one, best I can. Happy Homebrew Wednesday out of the way. This is my strawberry beer extract, and it's the last one of its kind, and I'm definitely going to brew this one again. It's absolutely gorgeous, this one. Really, what I want to waffle about is, like I said, I did a couple of brews last week, would have been Easter weekend. Considering I was working on call, I thought I'll have to do something because I can't just sit there and do bugger all. So I did 2 brews. So I did a rhubarb beer and American wheat beer out of the Bible. So the rhubarb beer was exact same what I've done in the past. On with the rhubarb beers, strawberry beers, rhubarb and bramble. But this time I didn't add any hops. I thought I'll give it a try without any hops. But what I used was 2 packs of yeast. I did originally get the yeast to do the wheat beer, but I decided against that because the yeast was out of date. Actually, I thought, hey, well, it's not much out of date. It was like 9 months out of date. So 9 months, 6 months out of date. I thought, bloody hell, I didn't have much luck with the yeast before it would have been out of date. So I thought, bought the 2 packs. I thought 2 packs for the price of one. I got them for. So I thought I'll just shove them both in. Hopefully they'll work. So I did everything the same as I've done before. Like I said, I've just missed the hops out. And I did this Mango Jack's yeast M20 Bavarian wheat yeast. And within 6 hours it was bubbling away. So I was quite chuffed. I thought it's working. Posted a video on YouTube. And the comments kept coming in, which I do appreciate all of them. And I do read them all. And I mentioned that I really need some people saying that I should really maybe put some hops in for a bittering. Because the bit rhubarb's going to be quite tarty. Then I started doubting myself. Oh shit, maybe I should have done. And I thought, well, if it doesn't taste right, maybe I'll bang loads in the secondary because as an aroma. But I thought I'll give it a go. I've come this far. I've brewed 23 litres of it. Anyway, tried it tonight. Siphoned it to a secondary. Thought, right, I'll give it a taste test. And it's quite, I should have saved it, it's quite a cloudy beer. Also, I think that's because of the yeast to wheat beer, yeast. I thought I'll give it a go. When the original gravity was 1040, the gravity reading today is 1012. And I thought, I'll give it a taste test. And I was bricking it thinking, oh, it's going to taste like shit. Everybody's right. And I mean, I've cocked it up. Anyway, I tasted it. But yeah, it tastes really, really nice. There's a little bit of tartness with the rhubarb, not a lot at all. But the yeast, it says on the website, is it vanilla and banana flavouring yeast with a lingering aftertaste, and it does. It tastes really, it does taste really nice. I've just racked into secondary. I'm going to leave it up for maybe another week or so. Then I'll bottle it. Then we'll see what it's like in a few weeks' time. But it does taste really nice. I'm quite chuffed with it, really. And if it does work, then I'm not saying it'll work this next time I try it. And we'll see, because I don't know if the shop's going to do this anymore of this yeast. But if it does taste really nice, I will try it again. If I can get this yeast again, this Mango Jack's M20. But I tell you, I did like it. It might change in 2 weeks time. So we'll see how it goes. But like I did put, when I've done the other brews before, I've put, I think it's about £5 of rhubarb in. This time I'm going to put £4 in. So I've got £4 in the freezer, so I could do another brew. So fingers crossed, let's see that tastes alright. I'm quite disappointed this is going this one today. The next one I did that American wheat beer out of the Bible. That was the first big batch brew I did in Brew in the Bag. And it started off with 22 litres of water to gain 16 litres brew. It was going alright. When I put all the grains in, I worked out roughly at about 5 litres left at the top before it came over the top. and I didn't really give it a good sparge. I didn't sparge it all, I squeezed the bag. I should have planned the brew day better than I did. So I took the bag out, I had no room left because of the extract fan. It was too high up, too low. So I'm going to have to adjust it next time to try do it, maybe, and sparge it. Because my readings, the volumes was right, but it's the rest of the percentages, what I worked out is wrong. But end of the day, if it comes in at, I give it a couple of percentages, it'll come between 3.5% and 4%, which I'm not bothered about that. I mean, I'm happy with that percentage. In the book it says 5.4, I think 5.4%, but I've worked out between 3.6 and 4.5. So if it comes out and it tastes nice, all good. But I think next time I'll sparge it next time a lot more than I would have done this time. So I enjoyed it. So I've got another one to do. I've got smash beer to do with some, I think it's Bravo hops, I think it is. But they're a bittering hops. So I've adjusted the ingredients. So I've only got a little bit of bitter at the front and use them at the end. That might taste like pants. So I'd have to say that product, it is really nice. Going through my beers in the shed, I've got way too many stouts. I've got them cheek stouts, copper stouts, different types of copper stouts, another stout with chocolate malt in it. I like the stouts, but the shed's full of the stouts, so I need to brew from different varieties of beers, I tell you. I've ordered 2 tins. Tesco's Direct was having a sale this weekend, and I've ordered 2 tins of coppers, 10 quid each. So I was going to buy another Jody Lager, just as a cheap beer, add some lemonade to it when I'm on call, and at least I can have something to drink. But I might as well buy the Cooper at the same price. And there was something else I was going to say, mention. I got me some new toys last week. Been playing with them, love them. Oh, I've lost my train of thought now. What I was supposed to be talking about. Come back to in a minute. Well, that was it. The other week I put a video up regarding my brew pot. It's a 32 litre brew pot. Basically, I wanted to get as much out of it as I can. Brew out of it as I can and not waste anything. But realistically, for the cooker that we've got, I did this brew weekend with 22 litres of water. Time I took the water out, I had 19 litres I think, and it brought it to a boil, a reasonable boil, not a vigorous rolling boil. So I think that's about the biggest I can do on the cooker. So I appreciate all the comments I got on the video last time regarding maybe buy an electric pot, I do it on gas, or I do smaller batches. So what I'm going to do is going to stick to the smaller batches for the time being, 16 litre, 17 litre batches, which I'll be alright with that. And if I do go down the route of maybe increasing it, I'll have to get a burner. I'll get a burner and I'll get a gas bottle and I'll have to use it in the garden. The gas bottle will be a dual purpose for me for the barbecue. But there's a chap I've started talking to on Facebook. He lives a few miles away from here, maybe 10 miles, 11 miles, maybe not even that. And he's an home brewer, but he's got a 3T system, but he's also got an electric boiler to put his water in. And he said I could lend it to see how I go with that. It's a 55 litre boiler, so I think I'm going to borrow that one weekend and give a brew a go. I'm going to do some of these small batches first, what I've got with my brew pot, and see how it goes and get used to it. Then maybe try do a bigger batch next time. I said like I do it in the conservatory with the doors open and not close the other doors, then no one's complaining with the smell. Pardon me. So like I say, I do appreciate everybody that's commented on the last one regarding this brew pot, and I took everybody's advice on board. So I'm just going to see how it goes on. I maybe should have done this brew first before I put the video up, but I'm going to try these 16 litre batches, 16, 17 litre batches, and if it turns out alright, then I'll carry on doing some of these. But then if I want a bigger one, then I'll have to look at a different option. I didn't really want to drill any holes in the brew pot that I've got. and I don't really want to fork out for another brew pot if I can help it. But I spoke to me local brew shop, they're getting the gas in for their Calic gas fires and whatever, and I said I can get some cheap from there, but I don't know how much gas you use for a brew. But I think if I want to do bigger batches, then I said that's the way to go, is getting a burner and a gas bottle, which I'll probably end up doing anyway. So we'll see how it goes. One of the son-in-law's uncle used to work in the pub trade, and I think his ex-missus still works in it. And I gave him some wine the other day. And he said, "What does he want for it?" I said, "Oh, get me something from the pub trade kind of thing." So I don't know if he's going to get me a keg. So see how that goes. If he gets me a keg, I'll give him another 2 bottles. I might get me another keg. Then I will need a boiler outside. So if he gets me 4 kegs and get the mash tun, hot liquor tank, and the boiler, maybe get 4 kegs, I can mess around with the first one, put a few elements in it, and maybe do the electric one that way, with a few kettle elements. And there's me just starting off with making wine for my allotment. And that's taking time up as well now. The allotment season's coming up. I started putting my onions in. I think I've got about 12 rows of onions in now up to now. And I've got another 6 rows to do hopefully tomorrow. So that's taking time. I'm trying to find time so that I've got on seeds to start sowing. I need to retire to get all this bloody done. Anyway, I've waffled on. Thanks very much for listening. Thanks for all your comments on the previous videos. Thanks for all for the new subscribers. Much appreciate it, every single one of you. I do try and watch every single one of your videos what I put up on Brew Wednesday or afterwards. But sometimes you get that many, they disappear for the end of it. But I try and watch as many as I can, looking for tips, advice, and whatever, and have a laugh and joke. I mean, like Rogerson's back now, isn't he? And he's starting to take the piss out of everybody now. So watch your backs, people. He'll have you. But he's already started with the lads from North Glasgow lads at Mosswood, Andy and that lot. So he's got winning sites, so you'll have them. And he's got Sue. She's starting to make some Brit beer now. Voiceover Sue. So he goes. So I'm keeping quiet. I'm not saying bugger all. So thanks for watching, guys and girls. Much appreciated. Sorry it's been a long one. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.